Gotta be able to sign in.
Here goes nothing. Hello, how are y'all doing? I see Elizabeth, Stephanie, Melinda's already here in the chat. How are you guys tonight? We got 9 people instantaneously. That's amazing.
Genius.
Woohoo! So I'm just unwrapping shoes for y'all tonight to start with. So let's see it. Here it is popping up on the YouTube so we can see what's going on here. Get all caught up. See the chat. Let's see what we got. There's Kristen. Hi, Kristen. Krista did an awesome job of her first live sale last night with Yvonne. They were on for, I don't know, what, 2.5 hours, Kristen? Hi, Miss Pamela. How are you doing tonight? There's Jeff from the basement.
What'd you do, lose it?
No, I hadn't lost it. I just can't.
What are you looking for?
So I swapped iPads. I've got Caden's old iPad, and all of a sudden it wanted to lose its mind and not remember that.
Hi, Laura. Doesn't want to keep you logged in?
Yeah, it didn't keep me. So.
Okay. Hi, Sherry.
Oh, no.
What?
I got to be able to log in so I can comment my... No.
You can watch without being logged in.
No, I noticed. Is Kristen going to mod for us?
Yes, of course she is. Because she's amazing.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Becky with Vintage Viking Treasures. And we have an extra special appearance with us tonight down there at Stevens. Yeah. Steven, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and that gentleman next to you.
All right. I'm Stephen Embry. This is the John Walk, author of 9 Fenton books. And he doesn't know it, but I'm filming his autobiography right now.
Hi, Janice. That's right. The man, the myth, the legend, the author himself, live in studio from Stephen's Unique Antiques down in Rogersville, Alabama.
That's it.
So welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for joining us for our sale. This is that time of the month when Stephen gets to hang out and bring us some beautiful glass from his part of the world.
That's it.
And I am bringing you guys some glass from that big collection that I was able to get, I think it was a week and a half ago now. So awesome. Everybody's saying hi. Are you able to read the chat yet down there?
Yeah, I can read the chat. I cannot comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all. Hey, Maria's up and at it tonight. Hey, Maria.
Isn't it past your time, love?
Not yet. It's only 8 o'clock here. Come on. It's past her bedtime in your time zone. So, hey, why don't you give a quick introduction of where you are and what you do down at your shop as well. And John can tell kind of where he does his shows and everything as well. That'd be cool. I'm Ed.
I'm Stephen Embry. I own Stephen's Unique Antiques here in Rogersville, Alabama. I ship from 35652 and I take PayPal. And I think that's everything you need to know. If you buy anything from me this week, I will probably be able to ship out probably Saturday-ish. I'm supposed to work with that again all this week. So I will eventually be able to get on a regular schedule someday.
Someday.
This is John, and I'm going to let him talk about it.
Okay, I'm John Walk. I have 9 books on Fenton. I do antique shows full-time all over the United States. I sell 4 shops on Etsy, Falls, Walk Memory Lane, Simple Fenton Art Glass, and Hall China Kitchen. If there's something you're looking for, and anything in the antique collectible line from the early 1900s on up to the 1970s, check in the shop. You won't be disappointed. The next I'll be doing is Belle Vestina in Conway, Arkansas, the weekend after Easter. During the eclipse, it's a special show that they will be running right until Monday after the eclipse there. 4-day show. They're expecting about 60,000 people into that area that weekend.
Oh, wow. Hi, Jeremy. Stephen let him in. That's what happened.
That's it.
I guess all three of us will be at Fenton Bass in Springfield the end of April. Me, Ryan from St. Louis will be at Garrett Graham's Fenton Bass in Marietta, Ohio weekend.
Okay. Is anyone else having hearing a cutout on the audio, or is it just me to start with? Let me know so we can see if we can fix that before we get going too far. I don't know, because last time it was like your Wi-Fi or your cell. I don't know. And Pamela's asking if you're on any of the social media platforms as well, John. You have a Facebook page.
I am on Facebook. I'm not on Twitter or Instagram or anything. You can keep an eye on what I'm doing. Food John Walk. If you can't find that, just punch up John Walk, Mulberry Grove, Illinois, or my shop page is Walk Memory Lane. No spaces, just run that all together.
Okay.
Or we book page together.
Oh, yes.
Right.
John and Steve, wonderful. John Walk, Stephen Embry's Wonderful World of Fenton.
That's it.
Okay, I'm glad it sounds good to you guys. I'm getting like the second syllable of every word is cutting out.
We'll be giving quizzes and all of that at the end.
See? And that'd be funny if I knew what that first word was. What he said. So, yeah. So, all right. So cool. So yes, we all will invoice through PayPal. Like Steven said, we ship through Pirate Ship and or PayPal. I try and do my invoicing within 48 hours. I am caught up from last week. If there is an outstanding invoice and or one that I can combine something with tonight, then I will do that to save everybody on shipping, because I know I was a little bit behind because I was in Trisha's sale on Saturday night. So it took a little bit to get those things caught up. So that for me is where I'm at with shipping and invoicing. And I try to ship out within 48 hours of payment of the invoice. But as always, we ask for grace. You can ask for grace. There's always something that comes up. As long as we're communicating with each other, it's not a big deal. We can't ship out all the packages at one time. And, sometimes we know there's things that come up, So just let us know, talk to us. We can make arrangements. We're usually pretty reasonable people. So, and yes, tonight, Kristen Thrifted Gems, Kristen Ruby in the chat. She will be being our mod. She'll be doing our offer up starts and our countdowns for solds. We do a system here where we do not do just in case. We do you are allowed, we want you to tell us whether you are in or out and are to be able to respond to any offer that is put up on the screen. So therefore, that kind of puts everybody on the same playing field, regardless of your internet and Wi-Fi speeds. We want to make sure that everyone has a chance to get something if there's something they really want. So, and I know there's a few people I missed in the chat. I think Stephanie and Carol. Hi, I know I waved at you and said hello as we were going, but if we've missed you, I'm trying to watch and sometimes it gets past us. And if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Kristen or any of the people in chat who know what the answer is, just throw it up there and we will get it answered. So, did I miss anything? Do you think we got it all?
And before the end of the night, we may have a Q&A session with John. If there's any questions you've ever wanted to know about Fenton, he will make up an answer even if he doesn't know the answer. Right. If you guys want to know something about Fenton, this is a great opportunity to get some of those specific questions answered. So, without further ado, are you ready? You got some stuff ready to go there? I do. I will let you, as my guest, decide, what, rock, paper, scissors, or however you all are going to do it. But I'll let you all go first. Oops, come on, switch over on the layout. There it is. Here you go. Yeah, I need you to do all the hard work.
This is a Westmoreland mold, duck on a wavy base, but it was made by Summit Glass after they acquired the Westmoreland molds in the 1980s. The color is iridized chocolate glass. And actually, somehow they finally figured out chocolate glass formula that Fenton had kept secret for many years. And they really did a pretty good job because I've sold them uniodized and they really look like a lot of the Fenton.
You got to give us a start at the beginning before you start describing everything so everybody knows where we're starting at.
All right, he's got 75 on it.
All right. That's right. Usually with John, you just mention a topic and he just goes and gives us all the information that he knows about that item.
That's it.
And then Kristen can just pick out the keywords that she thinks are necessary for putting it in the chat as we go along. So
Well, no, it's not an essay question there, Kristen.
right. Thanks, Bonnie.
You don't. But this one is nice. I've never seen chocolate iridized, and it looks a lot like.
Yeah, I'll show them the inside of it. It really is pretty from the inside.
Yeah, it is. Is it have some opalescent quality to it as well?
Yeah, so it's
also got dust and cobwebs.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of
yeah.
Free patina.
Yes, free patina. And if you buy something tonight from John, I will try to clean it up before it gets shipped to you. But yeah.
So hey, quick, why are you down there at Stevens, John? I don't think everybody knows that one.
Different stuff in my booth there. I'm just here overnight and I'm heading back to Illinois in the morning.
All right, how long of a drive is that for you?
About usually about 6.5 hours if I don't stop.
Oh. Well,
places that you don't know about.
Right. You might need to stop for gas occasionally, but yes.
Great secret. Oh no, he just pushes. I'm trying to think. What is the color that there was a color? Oh, cameo.
Yeah. Is a cameo opalescent Fenton made is a variation of chocolate glass.
Okay. There's something tonight. All right, you go ahead, Becca.
Me? You're not gonna take a turn with John there?
No, go ahead.
All right. Kristen, I'm gonna do just some quick claims on shoes. The collection that I purchased here in Colorado Springs, the bigger pieces, because they're harder to ship, are going to my show because I need some inventory for that great Fenton show that's happening there in Springfield, Missouri in April. But I am bringing you guys all the shoes, and they're going to be $15 as a start. And basically, it'll be like a quick claim in terms of if only one person puts in that they want it, it'll be yours. We'll call it claimed. And if more than one person wants it, it'll turn into an automatic offer up, and we can go from there. So I'm going to put up, let's see, I have two of the same color, so let's just start there. Is that dusty rose color?
Yeah.
Pretty.
In the rose print, or they call it cabbage rose occasionally, right?
Only if you want to get killed.
Right, so it's just rose pattern, I assume. So I have two of those. And the logo is right here on the bottom in the smaller oval. One has the sticker on the inside, so you can just claim with rose or 15, and then we'll carry on from there. And there's that logo on the bottom. These are all pretty standard size in terms of the majority of the shoes are all the same size that I'm bringing up. There's a couple that are smaller, but I will note that as we go. So approximately 6 inches long, 3 inches tall, and 2 inches wide. So
it's Maria.
There you go.
And it actually is. I mean, that you look in real life, that is a cabbage rose. There is a flower called cabbage rose that is exactly like what that is. But because Fenton never called it cabbage rose, it is off with our heads if we ever say it.
That's right. So, all right. There's my first offering. I'm going to set those to the side and switch it back. What you guys got?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know? Well, and if there's anybody that's interested as we go in, if there's something that's freezing up on you, Miss Pam, sometimes you have to go in and out, but and restart, but they're not frozen up on mine. So but like I said, the voice is what's getting a quick cutout for me. So hi, Lena Ray. Go for it, Stephen or John, whoever it is.
It was done later than the 1990s. I think early 2000. The size of chicken.
65 on it. It's a sea mist, no open rooster. About 6 inches tall. Maybe about. It doesn't do nothing with a black light.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Man, that's what I was just checking on my shoes.
But yeah, this is a nice chicken. These aren't incredibly easy to find. They are, some of them are painted. Some of them are opalescent that I've seen sea mist opalescent.
I would say just about any color Fenton had in the line at that time, they probably made the chicken in it.
Just about.
Yeah, I have seen them in a multitude of different colors there. I have one at home what was the lighter lavender purplish color they had in the early, I can't think of it right now.
Lilac or amethyst?
Something like that. Was amethyst. It was more like something more like lilac or something like that. But I have one in that color right now. I think I have a dusty. Well, at that time, it was man pink.
Oh yeah.
They would tweak the formula a little bit, make it a little bit different, and then give it a different name.
Yeah, Empress Pink.
Empress, yeah.
Yeah.
Empress Rose.
Oh.
It was Empress Rose.
Or
Mandris Pink on into the early 2000s.
Okay.
You got Lena Ray saying hey from Georgia.
Hey girl, hey. All right, your turn.
My turn. Okay. I'm going to, since they're all kind of the same price point, I'm going to show 3 at once this time. Again, the rose pattern, but this one has a slight light pink airbrush, which is barely discernible in the camera, but is painted with rosebuds on the front and the roses with the rosebuds on there. Is that Romantic Garden or something like that?
Was it Rose Garden?
Rose Garden. So, okay, so there's the opal satin with the rose garden painted on it. I also have the pale pink with, they kind of look like the white, I don't know, floral painted on there with one on the heel as well. I don't remember this one being outstanding to me as to a different pattern way.
Do not remember the name of it off the top of my head.
So there is the light pink. Mandris pink, there you go. And then this is that almost like the pink from the first shoes I showed, but this one is painted and has a butterfly with a floral on the toe and then a little half a flower on the back, and it has that 95th anniversary sticker on it. What color was made at the 95th anniversary, Stephen?
No, ma'am, it wasn't 95th, it was 100th.
Darn. So close. All right, so those are the 3 that are choice. We can have the light pink, the white, and the pink, and they're all painted with florals. And you know, I know there's not a lot of shoe collectors out there, but I did want to bring them first to you guys here on YouTube. If anybody wants to know who they're painted by, I can give you that information. None of them are super, you know, like they're pretty common artists in terms of what I've read. So there is the last one. So back to you, Stephen.
Well, all right, let's see. John brought this goose.
Hey, Geneva.
All right, John's got this.
His name is Frank.
Yeah.
Okay, be careful with your volume on this story. Jolene, you wanted the pale pink one? I got that for you. Thank you.
He glows. Need we say more?
Right?
I forget, look at the bottom. It's limited edition. It's number 286 or 350.
And Farley painted it.
Alice Forward.
Oh, Alice Farley painted it. And we're going to start it at 75.
I think that was out along the Christmas lines. I think that's Christmas shoes.
Yes.
Bill, Lena, Alabama.
Yeah.
Illinois. Or as he likes to call it, the suburb of Chicago.
That's about what it is anymore, isn't it?
That's it.
So
Got a beautiful. I did not reverse my camera, and it's messing with my brain. Sorry, y'all.
mm,
I may have to fix that in a minute when Becky goes. Big.
And it will glow.
so is that a custard or a Burmese?
It is custard. It does. If it's Burmese, it didn't blush for crap.
It is definitely custard, yeah.
All right. Okay. Are you just doing one at a time between the two of you? Is that what I'm picking up on?
Yeah, I'm doing all of John's stuff first and get him out of the way, and then
So we can get rid of him quicker?
yeah, get rid of him quicker.
All right. I got more shoes. I got 28 shoes total. So here we go. Let's see. This is a little different pattern. I don't remember. What did they call this one? Something in particular? That pattern with the cat on the tongue?
It looks like Caprice, but it's not.
Well, it's the blue iridized.
He says it's beauty.
It's what?
Beauty.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's
All right,
good.
so I have the blue beauty shoe with the cat. Hi, Lucinda. Good to see you. I have the amethyst beauty. They have the stickers, and they have a couple of them have the original price tags underneath. And I have I think this is the sea mist, or it's what really looks like jade, but it's not. So what did they? Not sea mist.
You're right. It's sea mist.
Sea mist. Okay, or sea foam or whatever.
Sea foam. Yeah.
Sea green. Sea green.
Sea green.
Yeah, I think it was sea green was the name of it, if I remember right.
So I have 3 in this pattern. I was going to look for where they put the oval. It's right here on the arch of the shoe. You can see it right there.
Well, sea green satin.
Right. But this one, well, did they satinize it before they iridized it?
That I don't know. They did so many little tricks during that time period trying to do variations. It's hard to tell which one it was what.
Okay. But that's what they all look like next to each other. So I see 2 people in on the green. So I see Miss Pam in first. So Jolene, is it? Oh, I had it last time. How to pronounce your name? I apologize.
Well, good. Do it. And then we'll...
Jaylyn, I'm saying it right. Let me know if you want to be 15 or higher. And then I see Midge wanted that dark pink shoe that was painted. I will put you down for that. And I'm going to set this down to the side so we can concentrate on the green one. Since we had 2 people in on it, Kristen, it turns into an offer up. And she can tell us whether she wants to be in or out on it.
Yeah.
And painted.
I've been scared now for several sales. I'll just call her Miss McGee because that part I can for sure get.
Which was that? Oh, okay. Yeah, but I want to memorize it and say it right. So please correct me if I have pronounced it wrong, which I probably have more than one different way. So I got Midge, and I got Lucinda. I have you for the blue. And I guess we just need to know, Kristen, if I'm going to say Jaylyn. That's what I'm going to try and stick with.
Jolin.
Jolyn. Got it. Jolyn.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to be 16 or higher on the green show, there we go. Kristen's getting it. She's got it. Lucinda.
I'll write it 30 times. That way I'll remember.
Blue shoe. I got you, Miss Lucinda. Right there. And then, yes, she says, Jolyn. So, Miss Pam, we're going to go from there and make sure everybody wants to be in or out on that. Jolyn. Jolyn. Well, kind of like Jolene, but we got the other way around. Okay.
Jolene.
If we say it wrong, we'll just remember it wrong. Okay, we got the green shoe, the green beauty pattern iridized shoe. Let us know whether you'd like to be in or out, and then we'll call it down after you tell us what you'd like to be on that one. I did get some fun colors, and they did a great job with this, with the cat head with those front paws in this pattern. Because I have the cat heads like with the hobnail and the daisy and button, and they don't have those front paws like that.
No, the other ones are taking a nap, and that one's stretching.
Oh, yeah, it is. And it definitely looks like jadeite in terms of like a color to relate to what it looks like now. We've been debating over that for a couple different pieces down here in Colorado Springs. So, all right, last call, and I'll switch it back to you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to let John give everybody an education.
Okay. This was originally supposed to be blue opalescent hobnail. It was made during, was being produced during the Second World War. Opalescent was glass was made with bone ash into the color of the mix.
Cool.
Bone ash was required by the war to be used for gunpowder, so they had orders for the glass. So they just kept on making the blue. Whenever you see the blue, no opalescent blue hobnail, there it was just same as the opalescent, but without any bone ash.
Mm-hmm.
The overlay hobnail was supposed to have been cranberry. French opalescent would have been crystal. And of course, the topaz, they couldn't make at all because they required uranium to get that color. So it completely went line during that time. There. Once in a while, you will still see a piece of the no opalescent blue hobnail there. I started collecting that very early into my reign of collecting, late 80s, early 90s. The whole story behind it, I just thought it was cool.
Right. Hey, hi everybody. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Nightmare.
This is the
8-inch footed vase.
8-inch vase.
See in any of the colors.
It's 45.
I would still love to find a basket like that.
Okay.
Hi, Emily.
No opalescent blue hobnail. I've got the 3 other sizes, but I never have found that either one of the footed baskets in the no opalescent. I've got the footed basket, 6-inch footed basket, and the no opalescent or the mystery green hobnail, but I don't have it in any in the no opalescent blue.
So that's one of the things that you can help distinguish your timeline as to when the Fenton was made based on whether it does or doesn't have that opalescence in it, correct?
I think they just about made every single piece they had in the hobnail line at that time in the no opalescent blue, because I've got the decanter, I've got the dresser set, I've got the condiment set, I've got several candy jars, and several, just off the top of my head, I have a couple other weird pieces. I got the oil and the cruet.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Here we go. Listen to finish bringing. Oh, good. I'm glad. Next choice. I have the milk glass hobnail with the cat head on the shoe. It has the big oval on the bottom. Again, these are the $15 start. Or the other choice is the blue opalescent hobnail cat head. It has the foil sticker with that fuchsia kind of color to it. So I believe that one is
That's a pretty one. Yeah.
the older one. Again, those should be that 6x3x2 size. I bet you I understand. I did a quick run up to Denver today. I drove about, I don't know, 4 to 5 hours today.
Yeah.
What?
He said, "Are you hitting his thrift shops up there?"
No, I picked up an auction find.
I'll let you get by with that.
You're forgiven.
Okay, thank you. So I have white hobnail available, or I have the blue opalescent hobnail available.
Mike Parsons in at 15.
All right. Since they are a quick claim because I'm trying to go through them quicker because I have a bunch of them to do. You can just let us know which color you like and we will claim it for you, Mike. And or you can claim both. Either way.
Wow, we got 50 people in the chat tonight, Becky. This is
Woo-hoo! I see 52 on my side. Everybody don't forget to do thumbs up. Thank you so much. You can have both. Yes, you can, Mike. You got it. While I write that down, Kristen will put it in the chat and I'll send you back to Stephen. Thank you, Mike.
So he's letting me do this.
Okay.
This is the
How much?
that one is 65.
You nailed it.
And what did we ever decide when we was having that discussion on that rose satin basket? Was that water lily or was that
Poppy?
Okay, this is
That's Poppy.
I always call them water lily. It looked like a water to me. There, this is
water lily, but this
is
is
the green
That's
satin.
nice.
It will glow.
Yep.
There, and they used that shape a lot in the 70s. The poppy basket shape. There, they also did it without the handle, just as a vase.
I was gonna say I have that one in my box in blue.
It's in 10 inches.
It's a pretty good sized piece.
10 inches wide, tall, and 7.5 inches high.
Listed as the 7-inch basket. They always list it by the diameter.
Mm-hmm.
Not the height.
Not the height. Don't ask me why.
Why, John?
Oh, you see in my books, you see the 7-inch basket listed. That's the diameter of the basket.
Okay.
And I was requested. I was requested whenever I was doing the books to go by the factory listings.
Well, all right then. Good to know.
And if Rebecca Rose is in the chat, I found your basket that we were looking for. It'll be for you over here. So yeah, that's that great color that glows so much.
Oh, Lucinda, you're so sweet.
So let's see. What do we got? Where are we at? I was unwrapping stuff. Okay. You've never seen Steven before?
It's okay.
I know. He's here every 4th of the month. So you just have to come join us on the right Tuesday.
That's right.
All right, you ready to switch it up?
Yeah, but I'd go for it.
Okay, so as long as we're on that colorway. Hi, Georgia. Good to see you. I have the custard, daisy and button, tall boot, and I have the lime sherbet, daisy and button, tall boot, both of which.
Now you're just making up names.
Oh, come on.
Is it lime sherbet?
Yeah, I said lime green, but I think she is right. It was lime sherbet whenever.
Wow.
Point for me.
10 points for Gryffindor.
That's right. They both glow with the 395 and with the 365. They grow like crazy.
They grow.
Ruh-roh.
I was packing out a glass show. I turned around, there's just as much as after I had packed 3.
What
other color was? Oh, custard.
I have custard and I have the lime satin sherbet, the green.
What camera I'm looking at that looks like milk glass, and the other one, that's why I was
right. So the white lights really blow it out. So there's the lime They're both satinized.
It blows out the color on that.
Yep, they both get blown out with the light. So, and there's the custard, both satin finished. So, all right. So that is that offering. I see we have Jason in for the lime. You got it. Thank you, Thrifted Gem. Gee, I wonder who that one belongs to. All right, back to you.
I think I know that guy as of last night around midnight 30.
Yep.
Okay. Here's a non-Fenton thing that John wanted me to show off.
I didn't even know about this till this evening. Go ahead and show them.
Hit them.
What do we got?
This is a jade tree made in China, and it does glow.
What you got to start on it?
These little
Grapes and leaves glows like a son of a gun.
45.
45. Yeah, those are amazing.
It's making them glow.
Yeah, the
That's the way it was put together.
yeah.
And it was wrapped with like they would wrap the floral bouquets with green paper tape, whatever you want to call it.
Even the rock reacts a little bit. But
it was all made out of jade, carved out of jade, and then put together in the 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
It's neat.
Those are pretty popular around here, between the jade and or the ones that are like blown glass florals. Those are really popular here too.
This will have to be pickup. I'm not shipping that. That thing is fragile.
I want to say hardy, sturdier than what you think they are.
Okay, well, that's good. They'd have to be before I'd want to ship them.
Right?
But they did.
Okay. All right. I'm going to switch you.
Okay, buckwheat.
Keep us moving. All right. I have a choice between, is it spruce green? It's one of those greens. Again, it has the rose pattern on the shoe. We have the sticker on the inside. And then I have an amethyst as well as a choice. It's a pretty bright color amethyst. Now, neither one of these react with the 395, but with the 365, look at that. That's the purple. That one's glowing like crazy. And then
Did not glow.
what?
Amethyst.
Yeah. And then this one has a very, very slight green color to it because it's already green. But it's with the 365, not the 395s. Just so you know, in terms of how your cabinet is set up, if you have a black light system.
Calvin has a piece of Aquacrest that glows like the 4th of July.
Okay.
I mean, this one is just crazy bright with that 365.
Back at that time.
Yeah.
There you can see it just a little bit. I mean, it's already green, so to be green with the light doesn't change much, but it does glow. So
I'll be honest with you, Becky. It really feels like me and John are like Statler and Waldorf heckling you from the ring while you're just having a show and we're just here to have a good time.
don't worry about it. We're good. Come on, bring it, boys. What you got?
All right. Rooster got a chicken.
This is a monster.
It's
Oh.
1990s, and maybe even the 80s. I don't know whenever they did plain custard. But
Well, some of them are, let's see.
Are you sure?
It is.
I've never seen it before.
No, it's a weird one. Turn it around and show them the little baby chick that's kind of underneath her wing.
I gotta get up.
What's it starting at?
45. There's the baby chicks under the wings.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen this mold before. And
no.
I had several hen on the nest. I had at shows different time. Had several hen on the nest people tell me it was definitely monster from the. Like I said, it's either from the 80s or the 90s.
I bet
Oh.
you that one glows.
And it glows like the 4th of July.
Did you get tired of me asking that yesterday?
Oh. Eric was going to kill you, but there.
Well, apparently I missed the very, very, very beginning that said nothing glowed.
Oh.
So, but I mean, the starfish one is what got me. I was like, a group of starfish is called a galaxy, so obviously they should glow.
Yeah. Is it really is that really what they're called, a
Yeah,
galaxy?
I googled it just just like Kaden did.
No, she did not Google it.
She did not. I did. I googled it.
Made that crap up off the top of her head.
Well, it was a very logical conclusion. So, all right. I mean, that's a pretty cool chicken there.
I
Yep.
don't know anybody that likes this chicken.
All right. I'm gonna stay on the shoes.
Keep going.
So I have a choice again, still in the rose pattern. Oh, good, Georgia. Love
Oh,
this. This is a really dark amethyst color. It's super dark. I can see a little bit through it, but it's not coming up for you all. And this is the Rosaline color.
ooh.
Hey, John, tell us about Rosaline and why it isn't a slag.
Rosaline, they started doing Rosaline in 76. It's a pink slag. It was a variation of the pink slag. I think it was Northwood that made it in the late 1800s, and they had a lot of trouble making it. If you ever find a piece of the old Northwood, it's very rare. Fenton copied and recreated the formula. They had pretty good success with it. They from 76 on until they stopped making actual glass in 2011, Rosaline was usually in the line with one type of a piece or another.
Good job, Jalen.
All right, Jalen, you got it. Thank you. Thank you, John. What you got?
Jalen.
Jalen. I wrote it down.
I have a bunny.
This is Summit. This is a Westmoreland mold again that was made by Summit Glass in the 1980s. This is the malachite slag, which I've always just loved.
I love the malachite glass. Sorry. I apologize. I interrupted. Carry on.
As soon as you said it, I was like, no, wait a minute.
I did it wrong. I wrote it down wrong. I tried. I'll get it by the end of the night, I promise.
She's on Facebook. I'm gonna call her sometime and just be like, pronounce your name.
Hey, Daryl.
Okay, so this is marked McKee.
Yeah, that was kind of an interesting deal. Summit was stamping several of their animals with the McKee stamp, and they was asked very nicely at first by the McKee Glass Society, Glass Club, to stop doing it, and later on doing it, and it was a lawsuit, so they eventually stopped. It's very hard to find any of the Summit pieces that is stamped McKee.
And it's way up in there too. That's McKee. Oh, he's got $85 on it. Sorry, I forgot. Also, it looks very reminiscent of Benton's Chameleon Green.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit darker than Chameleon Green.
Yeah. Who did Greentown have a color that color? Or no?
I can't think of it. Was it not Nile Green?
Nile Green. Oh yeah. But this is I guess you might want to know the dimensions. Y'all, I'm forgetful.
I think it's about 6 inches long.
That's all right.
6 by 4.5.
I have a question on my next one. So yeah, I know those critters on nest pieces. Some of those have some pretty prices right along with the color and the style of glass. You're right. It does look like a cupcake. That's funny.
I like you. Have a cupcake.
Right?
You have a cupcake.
Okay, I have a quick question. Is this Fenton, John?
Turn it over. Other way.
By the way, that looks like
Plain.
color looks like Duncan Miller to me.
That's
Yeah.
what we were thinking. Oh, Lynn
Like
wants the bunny. The bunny, the bunny.
Oh, show me the right there at the foot.
yeah, that's definitely Duncan Miller.
Yeah, you see how the Hobbs goes all the
Right,
way.
right. All right here. Okay. Because so here's the other lesson is that because it was so pointed on these Hobbs, I thought, well, I don't remember ever seeing something like this.
Yeah, but
And then Barb said, I bet you those are Duncan Miller. And I said, yeah, probably because this doesn't ring a bell for me. And it's good to have John on here to confirm that. So, I mean, that's how close some of these companies
yeah.
imitated each other.
What's interesting with the Duncan Miller hobnail, it was actually out before the Fenton hobnail. It came out about 1935, 36. Fenton hobnail didn't come out until 1940.
So just in case somebody is interested, I do have a pair of Duncan Miller hobnail tumblers, and I can do $20 for the pair. If anybody would like that, this was in that Fenton collection because she believed it, because she thought it was, just like lots of people do. They're so hard to tell apart sometimes. So
I've
that
I've always liked the color and the blue opalescent Duncan Miller better than the Fenton, really. Because
oh,
it's just a pretty.
Duncan Miller has some beautiful blues. Yep. Oh, Mom's in. All right, you got it, Mom. All right, back to you guys. You saw that bunny got claimed, right?
I did see that.
Nice.
Now, if you are ready for the rock and roll piece of night, ta-da, you can't even see it. It's so small. All right, this is, first off, it's $85.
It's the Mary Woolworth Love Bouquet in Burmese and the miniature that Fenton did for her in about 85.
Oh, I had this.
Almost the whole Burmese to do miniature, to do the pressed pieces in Burmese.
This is designed by Mary Walrath, and it is hand painted by,
Can't read it.
no, because it's in cursive mostly.
Hey, we got 40 thumbs up already. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Pam Miller painted it.
These kids that can't read cursive.
Yep, it's terrible. It is 3 inches wide and 2 inches tall.
So that's not the one that had the nymph in it then, right?
With the what?
The nymph.
No. Oh, it's got the rose inside of it, though.
Oh, look at that.
No, it don't. No, the nymph, it would have to be much bigger. You can
I've got
see
the
it
bow at
close.
home with the nip that was the circle of love.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Plain nip.
And did you you had to start on this one? You got it.
Yep. If anybody wants to see it up close, let me know.
Okay.
These are all out of John Wall's booth.
He's touched them all, guys.
Touch them all. Dirt and dust from his.
Go into that.
That's right. It's probably original dust and patina from the John Walk barn.
Hang on. We'll, as soon as you tell that, do the shoes and then we'll tell a story.
Okay. Next up, I have a choice. These are Daisy and Button with the cat head. I have the crystal clear, and it has the tan and black sticker on the inside and the small logo underneath. And then I have the lilac, which has some embellishments of some frit and gold on the heel and some painting on the toe, kind of like a little grape hyacinth a little bit. And then these two have that. Here's the 395, which is our regular black light, and here is the 365. And there's that amethyst glowing again, bright green, and then just a little bit of green on the clear.
All right, I got a question.
Yes.
Have a Fenton family member's name on it.
Which one? The purple? It says hand painted by M. Cowan, Cowan.
Okay, so it doesn't have a Fenton family number.
No, only that.
Okay. Well, you know that if you got any of those shoes that has a family member name on them, most of those are from the QVC line where you subscribe for a year,
Oh, yeah.
month.
Yeah, I think there might have been one that said something on that a while back, but I don't know where it is. I've looked at so many pieces underneath on these that
We actually had a whole set, I think, or almost a whole set donated to the NFGS when I was doing my shoe shop
yeah.
in the classroom.
Okay. All right, it's story time with Steven. What you got?
Okay. I did the national flea market for about 20 years straight. And one of my real good customers was June Carter Cash's interior. And he came into my booth and we was talking to one time and he was laughing. He said that she would go out and buy stuff at rummage sales and then have Johnny Cash to touch it and then would put it out for sale saying it was owned by Johnny Cash.
That's for sure not the story I thought he was going to tell. I figured what he was going to say was when I first met him up here
Oh, yes.
in Ardmore.
Dog Day flea markets.
Yeah.
We've been to Dog Day.
Yeah. So when I first met John, he was I found out he was the author of the books and this, that, and the other, and I had just opened my shop and I had some real good Fenton customers. And so what I had him do is I said, "Are any of these pieces out of your personal collection?" He was like, "Oh yeah, it's all out of my personal collection." Which now that I know him, just because he touched it, it was in his personal collection. And so I would have him write a certificate of authenticity saying that he solemnly swears that these were in his personal collection. So I would bring those back to the shop and those would fly off the shelf.
Wow.
So now that I've got to know him better and everything, I just forge his signature. And no,
I'll tell you even better one than that. Whenever he first met me, it's a little dirt water flea market almost out in the middle of nowhere. And I told him who I was, and he wouldn't believe me. I had to show him my driver's license to prove to him I was actually John Walk.
Well,
I was like, but how many of you are there? How many John Walks in the world are there? All right, it's my turn now. I have this beautiful Mosser Georgian blue cardinal bird. They are little bitty jokers. I have it's 2.5 by 2 inches tall. I've got $12 on them tonight. I want to blow them out at $10 a piece, and I think I've got a few of them.
so pretty much anybody who wants one can probably get one.
Right. Yeah, I think I've got like 4 left.
Four. Speaking, do you still have any of the Crown Tuscan ones?
I don't have any other ones.
I have 4 Crown Tuscan ones in my booth.
Okay.
Oh, Pamela says Bluebird.
All right. Got you, Pamela.
So same difference. If anybody wants one of those in Crown Tuscan, which is that opalescent pink kind of color that Mosser made, I'll do the same deal as Steven. You can throw Pink Bird in and I'll put one of those down for you. Go grab them out of the booth for you tomorrow.
Your luck, somebody will come in and have needed all 4.
Well, the good news is they closed at 6 o'clock tonight and they did not go through come through as being sold today. So I know that they should still be available.
All right, got you, Midge. Thank you. Got 2 left, guys. This is a beautiful blue color.
That is a pretty blue.
It's growing on me. I didn't like it as much at the beginning.
Let's see.
Lucinda, I see you. Thank you.
All right. I think I've got 2, so we're good to go. You go ahead, dear.
All right, I'm just finishing writing this down. I'm gonna write booth and big words on it. Big words, big letters, so I can make sure I go grab it for you.
Booth.
Thank you, Lucinda. I'm sure we all have very interesting stories about when we first met John Walk. First of all, I didn't know that there was a John Walk. I didn't know who John Walk even was. Didn't know that there were like certain authors about anything Fenton when we first went to the first convention. I didn't know that if these authors were out there, that they still existed and were actually coming to conventions. So the first time I met John Walk, they did room sales at convention, which we've talked about before. And you go, as long as the room door is open in the hotel, that means that their booth in their room is open for sales. And there's John Walk asleep in the bed. I had knew him from nobody, and I went, that was really weird. There's this guy sleeping in his room over there.
That
And
was
then some.
I came down so sick with that
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
there and everything. Had been sicker than a dog the other
Yep.
day.
And somebody goes, oh, that's John Walk. Like, I should know who that was. And I was like, John who? Why? Why should I know who that is? So, and that's how I met John Walk. So,
Like I said, I had some sort of a stomach virus or something. I was sicker than a dog that year.
yep. Good thing I didn't see that part. So, anyhow, next shoe, we have a amber iridized, and I'm not quite sure what they would call this pattern, but it is a little bit smaller.
I don't know what that's called.
Or
And
no,
it has the floral on the front, on the tongue, and on the sides. $15 start. And on the heel as well.
Oh,
It has the oval right here underneath under the toe.
yeah, it's not in that one. It's after two.
well, let's hurt your feelings.
So this one is a little bit taller, but a little bit shorter than the other style. That's entirely possible, Jason. There are a lot of people who meet John when he is sleeping. Yep, occasionally he gets caught napping on the job.
With that.
Little did I know that that was what I should be looking for in the first place, right, guys? So, real pretty amber. Well, this might be, is that the honey amber color? Like the honey amber overlay? I don't know. It might be.
I don't know exactly what color that is.
With the iridescence on it, it's really hard to. It is hand painted by, it's hard to see because it's up in there. Sue Jackson. So, all right, back to you guys. What you got?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to sell anything right this second because now
Oh, sure. Now you're looking stuff up.
chasing rabbits. So you sell something else.
All right, fine. You twist my arm. How about the green?
He's wondering out what the color of that slipper is.
It's the green that glows. Like super glows.
That and one of these books has.
It has a little bit, it almost has a little bit of opalescence. I expect it to have opalescence to it, but I'm not really seeing it.
This is for that I had on there a little bit ago. You flipped by it.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the cat head with the hobnail. See, I'm seeing a little opalescence like right here, right at the top.
That don't even look like the same.
They're talking about something else. Just ignore the gentleman behind the book at this point. So it super glows. That's the 365. Here's the 395. Glows almost as much with both wavelengths of the black lights. And this is a gorgeous green color. And does it have, oh, it has the big Fenton oval on the bottom right there. And no stickers or nothing. Well, oh, there's the sticker. The brown and black one right there. I don't know. Are you looking up the amber shoe or what are y'all looking up?
He's looking up the amber shoes.
I was looking up the amber,
Dog with a bone.
but now I went on a side quest and I'm looking at the names of these pinks. There's a pink called a petal pink.
Oh, yeah.
Squirrel, shiny.
That's carnival. Iridized.
Rose pearl. I'm like, why? Why do they hate us?
You see what I deal with these guys at the shows all the time? Like,
Oh,
on task, boys. What are we doing?
pinks and greens.
Oh, people would love and hate us all at the same time.
What
Okay.
you got? That's right. Kristen's like, do research on your own time.
QVC Shelton piece, isn't it?
Listen here, Linda. No. All right. So these are the pair.
Mhm.
Sure that's. This is the matching pair of the Glass Messenger exclusive for the year 2006.
Okay, well, tell everybody what the Glass Messenger is.
All right, so the Glass Messenger was a publication in the 90s that you had to subscribe to be able to get special glass.
Year.
Okay. Yeah, you got it 4 times. Yeah, because it was kind of like the newsletter. You get it, yeah, quarterly. And so you got every year they came out with 2 special pieces of glass that coordinated. So you can see that the chubby bird has the Charlton rose, and this has got the Charlton flowers on it, and it's the blue overlay beaded melon vase. I would start the pair at 150 for the pair. That way you have a complete collection because there's only 2 pieces. But it was done in 2006. The bird is number 1562. The vase is, of course, up under the sticker 724. Let's see if they're both painted by the same person. No. L. Everson and A. Far. But you can own the matching pair and just be ready.
Usually I see the one or the other because I think Barb had a set of these as well. And then they got separated somehow. And then usually, sometimes, occasionally, they get back together again. That's what I was wondering, Stephanie. Because that's what I was having issue with you before, Stephen, was that there's just certain words that are cutting in and out. You can try and connect to the Wi-Fi or reconnect to the cellular or whatever, see if you can get us a little bit better connection. So I'm going to just go over here while he's working on that, because sometimes his Wi-Fi just isn't that great in the shop. But let's see what we got.
Is that mo better?
Yes, that is better. What did you switch to?
No Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi. It's weird. It's like starting to cut out like before it sends it. Like you can only hear it's like the noise canceling. So like we're not hearing everything sometimes. At least I'm not. So
Better without Wi-Fi than I can with Wi-Fi.
right. All right. I have brought some baskets here as well from the collection that I got. This does not glow, but it has a spectacular lime green color that is iridized. It has the reverse strawberry pattern on it.
That is
And
When?
I believe we can start this at $30. It has the original price tag underneath there. The next Pixie and Mushroom sale, I think I looked at the calendar. I think it's going to be in June, Lena.
Okay.
I would love for this to glow, but it does not. It doesn't react at all to the black light.
Then
Either
it,
one of them.
wait a minute. What?
What? I know, right? You can't do that because the noise canceling thing just like doesn't even hi Steph. You
It
can't hear that.
doesn't glow?
It does not glow. Here's the color code underneath. So JD.
somebody shorted the formula.
JD. Yeah, somebody shorted the formula because lime green should glow unless it's not spring green.
It's not key lime.
No.
Mm-mm.
Look at that.
I mean it barely with the 365 reacts. Let me put the white paper up and see if we can get a little better. Let's see, we want it to go this way. I mean, with the iridization, it really is hard to see the lime underneath it, but it is a really pretty bright green color.
Would you think that's a sample?
Could be. It's weird.
I don't know. I mean, it's got a barcode and everything in there.
Yeah. I don't know how to look up.
Well, that's going to be, if it's key lime, that's going to be a long time after that book.
Well, it says Fenton made in the USA on this sticker right here.
Needs to do a 2000 to 2011 book.
Yes, somebody does.
And then there's the handler's mark information. And it's got the little floral kind of style handler's mark.
Oh, shit.
So, all right, I'm gonna set it aside. And are you researching? Are you ready?
I got this
Pretty.
French opalescent bridesmaid doll. It is.
We got 61 in the room, guys. Woohoo! Thank you so much.
All right, so it's French opalescent. It's got these beautiful flowers painted on it. It is crystal carnival. Some people call that white carnival, and then it's got frit all over it.
They really call that white carnival?
Don't they call crystal carnival?
What do they call this? Isn't that white carnival? The opaline with the carnival on it?
What's that now?
What do they call when it
Carnival.
white carnival? But what do they call now? She's asking, what do they call white opaline with iridized?
White opaline. Iridized white opaline.
Okay.
This
Sometimes,
is why Fenton is so confusing.
yeah. So started at 60. And it's forget to tell you, 7 inches tall.
Did you?
Already have it. I asked last time.
Oh, okay. Moon blue? I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. Is I wouldn't have called that white iridized. I would call this white iridized because it's white glass.
Well, this is. It actually does have opalescent, so it's actually French opalescent iridized.
Okay.
See the opalescent now in it, but find old carnival from the 1920s, and it's crystal, and they iridized it. It's called white carnival.
Okay. All right. I got you.
That's exactly right, Pat. You be the one.
Well, I try and call it the right things before, so I can say it the right direction. So, but all right, you ready to switch? I have a $15 shoe choice. I only have 4 shoes left after this, and we're good. Again, I have the tall boots in the daisy and button. This is the amethyst carnival.
Those are pretty.
Oh, Noelle's going 60 on your bridesmaid.
All right, got you, Noelle. We'll just sell it to you, babe.
This has the large Fenton oval on it. Thank you, Kristen. The color code on that green basket was JD. Jolene. And then the other choice of the tall daisy and button shoes I have is the blue iridized, and it has painting down the front with some floral and some laces with some frit on it, and it is signed by R. Stewart. And the amethyst, definitely the amethyst carnival, but it's really dark.
That amethyst, I think, was a 70s color.
And it's got the giant oval on it.
Yeah, original formula.
Okay. And the blue with the 365 gives a faint green glow, but not with the 395. And hi, Noel. Yes, John, would you like to explain the old Virginia glass?
To sell to Kmart and Kresge, a little bit cheaper line that they would sell to Kmart and Kresge, and they designated it OVG for Old Virginia glass.
But it was made by Fenton and distributed by Fenton?
Yeah, it was still made by Fenton, but it was made especially for Kmart and Kresge, several of the other discount stores, especially a couple of them from out east.
Okay. All right. Does that answer your question, Steph? If not, be more specific and we'll see what we can get you for an answer on that. All right, I'm gonna pass on these two shoes.
How about this is coming up pretty soon. I've got a sleeping kitty cat with shamrocks.
Cute.
Painted on the back, painted by Stacy Enoch, I believe.
We've already had St. Patrick's Day.
I know, I was gonna say, Easter's coming up, but St. Patrick's Day is past.
All right. You know what? You need a cat for, good luck anytime.
You got it, Miss Pam.
One single 4-leaf clover on here, it's still lucky. All right. I'll start it at $50.
All right.
One of their kitty cats, and this mold is not easy to find.
Is it?
This one and the playful kitty, I would say, are the one with the ball of yarn.
They call that the sleeping kitty. Yeah, the ball of yarn is I think it's the playful kitty. They call that the sleeping kitty.
Yeah.
Right.
I always call it the hearth cat because it looks like the old chalkware hearth cats. But that's the way they would have them laying.
I don't believe it.
That's right, Steph. You got basically John Walk. If you just ask him a question, it's like pushing a button on the recording, and the majority of the knowledge of the stuff that he has put in a book, he can drudge up and pretty much answer almost any question. And if he doesn't have it at the tip of his tongue, we've got his books over there for them to reference, and we can find it out for you. So if anybody else has any other questions about Fenton, or what, like how do you tell this, how do you tell that, or what's the difference, throw them in the chat. It's a great time to be able to educate and throw some more of that Fenton knowledge out there for everyone.
You don't get to tie John down very often in the time. So
yeah,
I don't see.
Whenever I come out, I'll try to work it where I can do this with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea. All right, I'm going to switch back over. I have a couple shoes left. I mean,
hurry up and get out of these shoes.
All right. Yes, he is. He has an amazing memory and has done a lot of research over the years. John Walk, W-A-L-K. So I have a blue rose shoe with the floral painted on the toe and on the heel. And I have a hobnail tall boot it's a little more of a aqua to green, and it is painted. What?
That should be aquamarine.
Okay, and it's painted like they randomly painted some of the hobnails and some of the laces down the front.
Yeah, that is definitely.
Oh no, this one does say Frank Fenton on it, right there.
That's one of those special QVC shoes.
That's a special shoe. Oh, there's a 0 in the oval right there.
Yep.
And then it was painted by, I can't get that one. T. Kelly. All right, so I see Midge on the blue rose. You got it, Miss Midge. And I will switch that over back to you all.
I think he left. I don't know where are you?
Well, John, hey, quick, what is your do you have a favorite book that you wrote?
What's that now?
Do you have a favorite book?
Oh, the Rarities definitely was my very favorite. I had more fun putting that together than any of them. That was all the sample and the one-offs and the whimsies and everything like that there. And the stuff that you never expect to see, and you'll come around the corner of the shop and it's setting right there.
Right. Right.
There, and that was definitely my favorite.
Here is this collection of shoes.
Oh, look at you.
They also did miniature baskets.
Is that the 37s or is that the small, the mini?
But these are just different.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Hi, Ellen.
there's that many different.
Oh, I got a few of those hanging out here too.
I
Did
figured,
those correspond to the shoes?
Do they match to the shoe?
yeah. No.
Okay. And
No.
Mom said hey to Gwen. Asked her how she's doing.
Gwen is doing good today.
Oh,
She did
good.
a good day in the neighborhood. All
Yes,
right,
he did write a lot of books.
I have this. What color is that?
Always called it light amethyst carnival. That's what they called it in the late 90s, but that piece was a whole lot later than that, so I don't know what they called it.
Yeah, this is hand signed by George Fenton in 2004. That means he used diamond tip pen. So I'm going to get John to start signing all his glasses in his collection. I will.
I wouldn't be able to read my handwriting.
You got that right. $60. These dolphins are incredibly hard to find.
Yeah. Don't encourage him, Steph. Just saying.
4 inches. Yeah, encourage it. Yeah, I'm gonna treat him like Samson. I'm gonna cut it in the middle of the night, and he's gonna lose all his superpowers.
Trimmed this last week.
Did you really? Donated it to Locks for Love.
It almost broke my heart.
Oh, poor John.
So long. Good gosh. Okay, I think it's been decided we can't do this again. All 3 of us together.
I could just mute you if you want. That'll work.
They're running around.
Well, I said you have to manage your side of the camera. That's what I said. Watch out now. Oh, wait, I have the last 2 shoes. Oh, heaven forbid we not finish the shoes. The last one I have is that same shape as that amber iridized. This is the Burmese, and it is painted. It's a beautiful color, and it obviously glows for sure. Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. And the second one in this choice is the custard with the blue roses painted on it, and it is the mini boot.
That's
Now that's the toothpick holder.
Oh, that's the toothpick holder? Okay.
That's what they called it in the line whenever it was in the line, was a toothpick holder.
So technically this is a toothpick holder and this is a shoe. What they did, all they did make these shoes for is just for decorative purposes, didn't they?
right.
Well, I always said
So,
actually going to put a toothpick in there.
all right. So that is the $3.95. And this is the $3.65. So they both do glow like crazy. All right. I see Miss Pam is interested in the Burmese. That's a good deal right there.
You ought to be able to sell that and make
Question for you, Becky.
tens of dollars.
Yes.
Is that boot a right?
The right boot or a left boot?
Oh, until I did the one book that had the boots in them. I guess it would have been the
It looks
2000 book, and the lady that owned the boots that was pictured in there, she told me that they actually made right hand and left handed, so it would be a pair.
I would say this one is a left boot, but it looks like it's on the reverse for you all. So that one looks like a left one to me.
And I guess there was actually 2 molds because she had both of them, and her husband would buy them as pairs.
That's cool. Good. See, those are tidbits of Fenton knowledge you will never hear anywhere else.
That's right.
All right, Jolene, I got you for the boot. Thank you.
All right, I have got bags of 15 marbles. I had Gwen make me up some tonight. They're really pretty, really
Those blue
unique
ones are
ones.
really neat.
Yeah,
Got the hanging heart. Dave Fetty made the coloring, but
So the orange ones react to the black light. And I've got these. These will be quick claim for $5 a bag, and I have 5 bags. I've got some that have. I think Gwen did a really good job of making these bags up because they all have some special ones in it. They're all basically the same. They have some in there, but they're just $5 a bag. Get bags as you want. If you want them all, you can start your own gumball machine tonight.
You know what I think it's doing to me is it's doing that noise canceling cutout. If you have a high a high low when in your volume,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
cutting out that first high like loud word. It's weird. You know it, Lena. Sometimes we gotta take care of these guys. That's just how it is. So you got Mike in at 5. Stephanie's saying the same thing. I think that's what it is. You know, the more technology that they have, because there's some a couple different channels I know have had trouble with like hearing like if you have a bell and you go to ring it, or they've had like a whistle and you can't hear it from the computer that you are streaming the live from because of the noise canceling technology that's happening now. So let's see. Mike is in, and then you got Stephanie. She's the take 2.
She says 3.
Oh, there you go. 3. Mike says he'll take 2.
so they're going.
All right, that's it.
All right, that's all 5. Good job. Okay. Look at Kristen. She's like a whiz on the computer tonight, keeping track of us. Talk about keeping track of people. Kristen's spectacular, and we appreciate it so much.
More than she knows.
All right, I have another small basket. This is a green opalescent that is iridized. I believe this is the paneled grape.
Westmoreland.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Look at me. It's got the little logo there right on the bottom. And it has been signed by one of the Fentons. So this signature on here was one that was done with a what do they call those the etching things like at a signing event.
Method to my madness.
So see, when he laughs, I can't hear it until it gets to the end of the laugh when it is quieter. It's the weirdest thing. So this will be a $30 start also, and it has a twist on the handle. Is iridized on the handle as well. I don't know. You guys tell me if you're getting those things cut out too. It must be the noise canceling thing. Engraved. Yep, the engraver pen. That's what it is. So they used to open up events, right, John, where they could bring a piece of Fenton and people could have a piece signed that they wanted and to bring in.
Yes, so they had signing events
Oh yeah.
all across the
And that
country.
panel grape basket was one of the more popular pieces that they do in different colors for a signing event.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and they did the little American Fostoria vase and Rosaline Carnival.
You knew they that as a basket too, that little vase.
Yes, I think I've got it somewhere.
Right. So it's 5.5 inches tall and 5 inches across. Right, Becky? Okay. See, that's what I'm thinking it is now. That I mean, it's better with your when you're off the Wi-Fi, but it's still cutting out those any loud like starts, which is we all if y'all have ever experienced John Walk in person, he is not a quiet talker. That you know, we love him, but we all know when he's in a room. So all right, that's my choice this time around. What you guys got?
I'll just use my deep bass voice.
There you go.
I have this beautiful leopard natural kitty cat. I call it the Egyptian cat. I call it the glamour cat. This
First cat.
You call it what?
The sourpuss cat.
Oh,
Sourpuss.
at it.
Looked like he was weaned on pickles.
Okay. All right. I'm at $80. They're too hard to find. To just give them away. They made this in the Black Panther. They made it in the leopard. They made it in a tiger, and they made it in another. Was it a cheetah? A leopard? Yeah, leopard, cheetah, Black Panther, and tiger. And those are the 4 natural.
I'm glad you found it, Lena.
And we know where 6 of the tigers are.
And Gwen's holding the monopoly on the tigers.
This is true.
Oh,
That's what happens is when you know some of us that you get first dibs depending on what state you live in.
It's really funny. She has bought 6 and does not have one at her house. So.
And hi, Miss Patsy. Good to see you tonight.
Patsy's over there cracking me up, talking about how she wouldn't pick John out in a lineup.
Well, he's not picture. He doesn't have his picture on any of his books.
That's his top weapon. He looks homeless, and people think he doesn't have any money, and that's how he goes in there and gets all these Fenton pieces for nothing.
Truth of it is, I don't have any money. It's all in glass.
That's it. Yeah,
Glass rich.
that's it. All right, move on, babe.
Okay, I have a choice of comforts. I mean, I realize they're not exactly made in the same era, but they're both similar shapes. So I have the colonial blue in that cabbage pattern. Excuse me, in that rose pattern. I pulled the wrong word. And that matches the same as the shoes that we've had earlier. These will be a $18 choice start. And then I also have this one that has that. Is this the band, the flower band? I think.
Yeah.
And then it's got the hearts or the heart with roses. Is it something love pattern?
You know what that pattern is off the top of your
Heart and flowers.
Heart and flowers. There we go. And it is white, but it's got some opalescence to the glass because I can see through the edge right here. You can see like my light behind me. That's like got that little glow. It is painted, signed by D somebody. Can't make it out, sorry. And it is iridized as well. So those are the 2 choices. And the blue, the colonial blue, we have learned recently does that amazing green glow with the 365 black light.
I'm telling you, I guess if you get a 365 black light, pottery will glow. I
don't know.
Evidently, it don't take.
Ooh, ting. Cheers. So that's my choice this time around. All right.
Turn. Let's swap things for. This is a handled Fire King jadeite mug. It is
Well, we're keeping Lena up tonight. She's up late.
3.5 inches tall.
Thank you, Georgia.
Don't know if anybody's into Fire King or not, but I'd start this at $15. Let's start it at 10. It's been loved. It's got some scratches. It is.
Hottest collectible.
That's it. It is Fire King. It is marked Fire. I actually, if I want to toot my own horn, I actually bought this from the guy that wrote the books on Fire King. So,
Stephen only associate with known authors.
That's it. That's it.
Panel show we had to guess occupation. Right? That would be pretty good if you didn't know.
Yeah.
CM, do you mean to tell the truth?
Yeah, that's what it was. Right, John. Tell the truth.
Oh,
that was always. I'm dating myself. That was always one of my favorite game shows whenever I was a kid.
Yep.
I wasn't
They
around.
all stand up there and tell everybody what they think their occupation is.
30 years and 3 months younger than I am.
Well, that's handy to know so that I know how old he is.
I missed it. I know he's old. He's older than me. Ha ha ha.
And he's 30 years older than me.
30 years older than you? Okay.
64, if I can math today.
And that's only a month.
And that's holding for a month. Yeah, he'll turn it while we're at Ann's.
Well, he's just giving away all the secrets today, isn't he?
That's it.
All right, I have choice on the mini vases.
Oh, wow.
So, do I have anything that is exceedingly rare, John, in any of these shapes? These two are the same shape at the top.
Crimps, that I always call it the fan vase is probably the hardest one to find there.
Okay. These will be a $15 start, just like the shoes. So I have two of the crimped vases. That's pretty much that nice, even crimp. They are in the French opalescent and they fire like crazy. These would be great at a place setting, actually, for an individual vase. And, or like a little, what do they call that, Stephen? I guess it would be like for a little mini pansy vase. And then this is the fan vase, this in this shape. So it's the same mold, just changed out into a different shape to be finished in. None of them have marks on them. They're older than when the logos were put on the pieces. All right, let's see. So we have Miss Patsy in at 15. All right, Miss Patsy, which one would you like? We got you. We'll count it down. Well, we'll just claim it for you. So I have two that match. And for the fan base one, and you can have any and all of them. Oh, Jeremy's back.
We didn't even know you left.
I'm gonna watch the chat. What do you guys got? You got it, Miss Patsy.
I'm gonna.
Is it getting too tired and giggly over there, or what?
Oh yeah, he's exhausted. He's been up and gone.
This morning I was up at about 20 after 4.
I'm surprised he's not snoring over there already.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a gun. This is a Kelsey Murphy. It is number 23 of 325. It is a beautiful young lady eating in a bowl. This is Fenton's Blue Burmese. This any Kelsey Murphy pieces are fantastic. This one of the more common ones. It is right at 7 inches tall.
Deco, it has that very Art Deco style.
Very. Like I said, number 23 of 365, and I would start this at 350.
Those are really cool.
It's gorgeous. So the thing about cameo glass is, if you can see, they etch it down and there's an indentation, and that's how you get the picture. They carve away the outer layer, and we've got a friend, April Rhodes, that is teaching herself how to do this and has taught herself. Let me correct myself. She has taught herself to do this, and she is doing a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she is coming to convention this year, and between myself and Jeremy and April, she's going to do a display table of all her work.
And the convention's the one in July in
C, yes.
Okay. She coming to Gala also?
She doesn't normally go to Gala, but she usually only gets enough time off to do one convention, and she does.
Well, Mom and I are missing convention this year because we're going back for a family reunion. So
I'm trying to convince her to get sick and come to Ann's. Take time off. But all right, I just wanted to show everybody this fantastic piece of Blue Burmese. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, I have a choice. I have two of the multi-candle holders. So they can either go this way for a votive, so it's a choice, or they go this way for a taper, or you can use them for a riser and put something underneath it to get something to stand up a little higher in a display. Oh, Kim's popping in the chat. Oh, she wants to know if you have another blue Mosser bird left.
Or the big votive on the big side.
Yep,
Yeah.
the votive on the big side. So $16 start, please, Kristen. This is a pink opal iridized colorway. And it's got a little bit of opalescence right here on that top edge as well, but most of it is up here with these petals. But the reversible, that's what I want to say. And this is the opaline with the pink airbrush on the edges. And down here as well on the edges, you can see it a little bit better. And then it has the painted design, floral design on 3 of the panels. It was signed by, it's right down in here, hand painted by, all the way around, a
Person.
A Smith. Is that what that one is? Oh, Saller, Sally, Sallee. I don't know.
Where
I'm
are
not familiar with either one of those, but right, Steph, don't be driving and typing. Oh, you can listen. You're allowed to listen. Okay, Sally, that's what it looks like by the cursive. But I'm not familiar with that name. So that is the choice of the reversible candle holders. And Stephen, did you hear my question about the blue Mosser bird?
Yeah, I've got it wrote down for it.
All right. Perfect. Okay. What's next?
All right, I got one more humongous piece. I have this another Kelsey Murphy. This is the Leaping Gazelle pattern. Very Egyptian hieroglyphics looking, but it is a jumping gazelle all the way around. This is Burmese, so it does glow like the 4th of July. This one is number 134 out of 325, and I would do one at 500.
Do you have a year for that one? And then when you're done talking about it, Patsy has a question for John in the chat.
No, I don't have a year on that one, but it's 7 inches tall.
That is
Wow.
pretty.
That's a pretty one.
John, were you a glass blower at Fenton?
No.
No.
I got it in the 1980s after I got into the antique business by just collecting, and then I just started wanting to learn more, get more stuff, Fenton, find out what all they made and like that there. And first thing I know, I guess I became an expert on it.
Well,
Been like a 2000s, 2005, 6, 7 piece.
She came in 2007 to the convention. George heard her speak, so probably like 2008, maybe 2009.
Would be when that came out. Well, when did they close the first time? 2012, right?
11 or so.
7.
Yeah, they closed in
2006.
Okay.
6 was the first time.
On the education committee, and we was procuring speakers, and Dean Six suggested that we get Kelsey to come, and George heard her talk there at the NFGS convention, and he liked the stuff so well. That's how the arrangement came about.
And Jeremy has said 2011 is when this was made. So, Kelsey.
No, that was the final closure. That's what he was agreeing with me that 11 was the final closure.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Another point for Becky.
There you go. But the first time they closed the first time in 2007.
Oh, they was going to close in 2007. Then they decided to keep on going for a while.
Right. And so then they stuttered, and then, so let's see, John. Oh, but anyway, yeah. So this piece is killer. It's you just don't see the Kelsey Murphy stuff because, like I said, this one's limited to 325. And thanks to eBay, a lot of these things get shipped by people that don't know how to ship, and then they get more limited edition.
Correct. And we don't even, and sometimes I thought I heard that not all, even though that's what they wanted them to be a limited edition, they didn't even necessarily even make it out of the factory in that many quantities because of some of the breakage too.
Right. So tell them that about the Dave Fetty and the what Linda always accused him of.
Oh, Linda Flippin. Linda Flippin was a lady that helped me. Actually, she was almost a co-writer of my books because we did research together. We did lining out stuff together and everything. But she had a theory. It wasn't Dave Fetty. Whenever they was doing the actual limited edition Robert Barber pieces, they did for a 6-week period before they started doing those pieces. They had the glass workers that was working with Robert Barber. Dave Fetty was one of them. Jim Stage, that used to be at the Williamstown Antique Mall, was another one. And they made a series of pieces that never was in the line. And sometimes you'll see those out at some of the Fenton auctions and everything like that. And Linda always said there's too many of those pieces that's out there to had been made in that 6-week period. She said, I think they actually have Dave Fetty out there right now making those. It's like 1976.
All right, go ahead. Your turn.
Okay. I think everybody's just enjoying all the stories coming out of your side.
Well, and you know, when you get the chance, you take the chance, I guess.
I know, right?
But I want you to make money.
Oh, well, we're all good. I mean, this is why I wanted to offer it first on YouTube before it got out to the show. And I have 2.5 boxes of it, and we're almost down to the bottom of well, I have one whole box left. Otherwise, we're down to the bottom of the other one. This would be a $20 start. I believe this is the French opalescent powder dish dresser set piece, John. We were looking at it. I'm pretty sure it's not moonstone because of the hobs.
Midge, I love you.
And actually, those French opalescent powder dishes is really hard to find because for years, me and other dealers was raiding the tops off of them to put on the cranberry sets.
Oh, see how you are? Oh, jeez.
I have a stack of those bottoms in my pairs and spares. I can make a real cute French opalescent stack set if anybody.
Oh goodness. I think I said 20, but we probably got just a key hit there, Kristen. I said 20 on the start of this one. But I mean, what else went on the dresser set? The little perfumes with the stoppers.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else, or is that it?
The fan tray, he said.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. It's weird. Things are cutting out.
Well, he's also talking while you're talking, while you can hear him.
What? Talking over me? How dare he? This is my channel, don't you know? Oh, okay.
Order in the court.
That's right. So, but it's a really cute little nice piece. These are great for throwing jewelry in, keys in, coins in, organizing, or even in the bathroom too. They make a cute little addition for putting stuff in a display for that. So that's right. Oh, thank you, Kristen. I do appreciate that so much. So all right. Here we go. I'm gonna switch it back to these guys.
All of a sudden, I've got a whole lot I'm going to sell for $1 on a night that Kristen's busy. Extra conversation. Glenn said, I bought like a whole massive load of Ray Dunn. Is anybody a fan of Ray Dunn? I bought a ton of Halloween Ray Dunn stuff, and I would do $10 on this mug if anybody wants to just quick claim it. It just says I heart Dad. Didn't know if anybody likes Ray Dunn. If you do, let me know, because literally, y'all, I bought 2 tubs of Ray Dunn.
Wow.
Of it is Halloween.
That's good for Father's Day coming up in June.
Oh yeah.
Or for anybody anybody becoming a new father, that'd be a great gift as well for like a baby shower gift or something.
I think the best news ever is it is microwave and dishwasher safe. I don't buy anything that's not microwave and dishwasher safe. And what really stinks is because Becky has sent me so many cute dishes that are Disney that I would love to have, but they are not dishwasher safe, and I am not hand washing nothing.
I know. I was kind of bummed when I realized that too.
Plays very long then.
I'm telling you. All right, I don't see anybody. You go for it.
All right, I got a choice again, Kristen. We'll start at $15. So I mean, they're totally different eras, but they're similar. This is a little footed bowl in that reverse strawberry print, and that kind of what was that color? Pink. Which color pink is this, John?
Huh.
There's a
I'm-
little logo in the bottom.
Empress Rose.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Okay, and then the other choice is would this one be the candle holder? Because it's not ground for a stopper. And it is a pink overlay. So the pink overlay over the white. That would probably be a good explanation to give, John. Jeremy's saying Dusty Rose.
That was actually just called in the 40s Rose Overlay. That one. Yeah. Is that okay? It's really hard to tell. I almost have to have the two setting together to be able to tell them apart.
But I know they make candle holders in this besides using them for the perfume jars in this melon shape, right? This one looks like it would be a candle holder because it's a bigger opening than that normal stopper, and it isn't ground at all where the stopper would go.
I'd take the
But I
stop.
only have one, so regardless, if
Stopper
it's a
in-
candle holder or a perfume, I only have one.
If you put a stopper in there, it would probably just go down, rattle down.
Right, that's why I think it's the candle holder style. So, all right, that is the next choice here of it's just a pink choice is about all we can correlate here on this one. Because they're single ladies.
You just stay on you. I'm out of stuff.
You're out of stuff?
Yeah.
Well, does John want to talk about overlay and what that is at all? Being the 2 layers and stuff?
Overlays is where, like on the rose overlay, they would take paint glass, case it while they was making with milk glass, and that was what would become overlay. Back at that time, Fenton was the only one in the United States that was capable of doing that.
And you can see like along the edges where you can see the pink
Yeah.
translucent portion of the glass, and it makes it a whole different color when it goes over that white. So,
and they would also do it with the blue glass, milk glass, but usually an overlay color or an overlay treatment with a colored glass like green overlay, or the emerald green overlay would become emerald green glass would become ivy overlay.
Yep.
There. And they did, like I said, they was the only ones in the 40s and 50s in the United States that was capable of making that type of glass.
So when they did it, they changed the name. So even if this was pink, they changed it to another name when it was with the 2 colors together.
And it would always be called overlay.
Right, that too. So Patsy just put in the chat that she has a set of these with a brass insert for a candle. So like, would it be for like a taper?
What's that?
I was asking Patsy if it was for a taper inside.
Probably.
Here, because I know I have seen these before and been told that they're candle holders versus a perfume. So I'm wondering if that just sat like right inside the rim of this for a taper.
On just about any of the pieces that you saw with metal on them back at that time, they would offer Fenton by some other company or some other end of, they would fit them however they saw so I'll need to fit them there where they would sell.
Yeah. So if this had an insert, it's been separated from it a ways back. So, all right. So you're telling me you don't have any more choices at all?
Yeah, you go for it.
All right. Well, I'll offer a couple more choices and then we'll call it quits unless somebody else has some significantly numerous questions before we're done here. I have a couple of the mini baskets. I can do a choice on these. They probably need to start. I probably put about 35 a piece on them in the show, so I can start them at 24 here. This one has that. Is that the whatever? What do they call that? Whirl star or whatever. I can't remember the name of this pattern.
Remember that pattern, the Hob Star?
It's got a I want to say saw something.
Really know the name of that pattern. Let's see the side. Is that Burton and Archers? No.
Nope, because it's got, so this one has it turned up more a little bit like the banana boat a little bit, and this one is sits a little bit flatter. It's not turned up as much, but it's the same pattern, so it's got that whirl, sauce, whirl, whatever, and then it's really pushed out on the side. The pattern's pushed out when it was pushed down flat. Buzz Star, there you go. Maybe that's it.
That might be Buzz Star.
Might be a buzz saw. You never know.
Right. So this is like a lilac with the opalescence. Is this the one that changes color?
Lucinda, they made the blue silver crest actually was called Aqua Crest, and it was probably made after 1942 because they never had Aqua Crest in their line until then. And that was the same. That with the metal candle holder was the same way. They would sell a nappy with a hole drilled into it to some individual. A lot of times, there was little mom and pop companies, and they would fit them with the brass deal to make the chamber stick there. And they are kind of cool. I have a couple of pieces like that at home in Emerald Crest because I got a pretty large collection of Emerald Crest. Green and cranberry is my two main colors that I collect. So, and then it goes on from Rosaline, and I got some blue and just whatever trips my trigger and fancy there that I really like.
Okay. Lori says, no, that's just a vase. All right. So pink opalescent, iridized, and then the lilac opalescent with no iridization on those both mini baskets. And Mom's saying that the older pattern glass, like the EAPG, it was called whirligig. So,
Well,
right.
now say that John Wall said, and you can get it. We'll send you a letter that says John Walk said. Oh, mercy.
Right.
Like, oh, explain for the fun of it, Ruby Overlay cranberry and stuff like that.
Like this kind of cranberry.
Let's start out with Ruby Overlay. Ruby Overlay is ruby glass cased with clear, and it comes out the plain cranberry color.
There you
like
go.
This.
Cranberry until they add in the opalescent. And that's whenever Fenton would start calling it cranberry.
So that is, yes, what you have there is dot optic.
Yeah, dot optic.
Ruby Overlay. So that does not become coin dot.
Dot optic.
Yeah, it does dot optic when that is dot optic. It does not become dot optic opalescent until there is opalescence and the dots are white.
Right.
And when the dots are the ruby color or whatever color of the glass, that is coin dot. Benton never made a pattern called coin spot. Until
the 1980s, whenever they did that line of three pieces for Gary Levi.
Okay, what piece did they look like?
They're topaz opalescent. There was a basket, a cruet, I think a cream pitcher. Okay. And they was actually the baby coin spot, the real little tiny, because they made them off the polka dot.
There it is. That's what we
I
call
don't have any of those.
But
You might have to go through that slowly one more time because it sounded super confusing. And no, John doesn't have an Instagram. He does have a Facebook page, and he's on Etsy stuff. So
All right, swap me back over right quick just for
okay,
This is what we're calling baby
coin spot.
coin spot or coin dot. It's polka dot is what Fenton called this.
Polka dot in the 50s whenever they did it, and cranberry. Later on they just call it. I think they just called it dot optic
Yeah.
after they took the
did.
cranberry out.
Annoyingly, they just
Yeah.
called it dot.
They
Yep.
never differentiated between the size of the dots.
okay. I'm gonna pull this all up here together.
Sounds good.
So I think we are at that point for this evening, unless there is any other. I'll save the other box for another time. I pretty much got to the very bottom of this one. So we made it through a significant portion of that collection for you all. First round of Fenton for you guys here from me.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. My shop is just Walk Memory Lane, or you can get to me through my personal page. There is John Walk. If you can't find it any other way, look for Mulberry Grove, John Walk Mulberry Grove there. And then on Etsy, the glass, I have 4 shops on Etsy. The glass shop is called Simply Fenton Art Glass. And run that together all as one word, Simply Fenton Art Glass.
And then thanks everybody, appreciate it. Tell them the other name of your Facebook page, the Stephen and John one.
Then we're also on the John Walk and Stephen Embry's Wonderful World of Fenton.
There you go. So I mean, there's a couple different ways to see stuff. She was wondering like if you posted pictures of your own personal collection, but I think you usually just post what you have out selling, correct?
Collect a lot of antique Christmas, and I usually do pictures all over the house of the Christmas displays. And I work Fenton in with that. If you go onto the Walk Memory Lane page, and you may have to scroll back a little ways.
Okay, Lori, we usually start at 8 o'clock Mountain Time, so 9 Central and 10 Eastern, depending on whatever time zone you're in. Sales on my page start every Tuesday at 8 Mountain Time. There you go. Thank you, Kristen. And Stephen is on the 4th Tuesday of the month with me. We made sure we were doing not all glass, but pretty much all glass and Fenton tonight, since we knew John was going to be able to join us and impart some of his wisdom with us tonight.
We'll be at Ann Fenton's in Springfield, Missouri, the last weekend of April, 4th weekend of April at the Relics Antique Center.
We'll all be there.
Sunday. I'm going to be bringing some stuff out of my personal collection, out of the house. I haven't got into let go of yet.
You're going to sign it?
My inheritance. That's what he's getting rid of. My inheritance.
So
probably.
I'm telling you.
So, I mean, we could probably just sit here and talk to each other all night like this, because there's always something that we can come up with and ask John about. Well, what about this? What about that? Because there's so many different combinations of things that Fenton did that aren't necessarily documented or aren't in large quantities that people commonly know about. So there's a lot of stuff that comes up. We're like, hey, John, what about that? And there's always something that we can sit and shoot the breeze about with Fenton. So it's really fun to be able to have everybody here and just share a bunch of the Fenton stories. So thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you, Stephen and John.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this.
Oh, good. Is anything else? Where else are you going to be, Stephen? Quick up before on your channel.
I'm on my channel every second and fourth Monday night.
Okay.
I do the same times as Becky so that we can try to accommodate our friends in California and Colorado, that type of time frame people. So if y'all are able to join me on my channel, I would thoroughly enjoy it. And if you want to subscribe, I do lots of videos on I do walkthroughs of antique stores. I do lots of videos on the conventions and the galas and all the shows we go to. I do a lot of those videos. I try to do some educational stuff on like what we've talked about tonight.
Yep. The quick question from where is it? From Patsy. Do you think which cameo or acid etched would you think is a good investment? Is that the sand carved stuff? I'm kind of guessing that's what she's talking about with the cameo effect, the design to look like a cameo pin
Ooh.
style. I mean, aren't the most of the Kelseys a pretty good investment if you can get them at a good price?
That's for the cameo would be more of a better investment.
And
Okay.
let's hurt all of our own feelings and suggest that the English cameo may be worth more money.
Oh yes.
I mean, we're talking mega bucks.
And even the French cameo, you get into the Dom Nancy and stuff like that. You get into little tiny perfume bottles for $7,000 and $8,000.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
kind of pieces and the kind of Kelsey Murphys. And I'll say this about Kelsey Murphy. The honest another answer is that'll hurt our own feelings. It's probably less desirable, but probably more collectible is when Kelsey was at Pilgrim, because Pilgrim do so many layers.
Right.
Didn't do how many would you say they got up to?
That you've got if Kelsey's up there.
The multi-layer stuff from Pilgrim is amazing. I think they spoke at one of the conventions one year, and I think wasn't like 5 or 7 layers or something the most they did one time.
He had at one point somebody that could blow her 16 layers.
Oh.
And you're talking about, I mean, those pieces go for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. This is just a big, huge piece of Pilgrim that Kelsey blew in 2000 at Pilgrim. And it's got an iguana and a buzzard, and it's a Western theme. Really nice piece of glass.
Cactus on it.
Yeah, cactus. So really, the more layers a piece has, the more it's worth.
Right. And Lori, I'm not sure which one we're looking at for what's the man's name for the, I'm assuming, auction, and what time and night. Steven, his page is Steven's Unique Antiques on YouTube. And I think Kristen just put it in there for you. And he does the second and fourth Mondays of the month live on his channel.
Thank you, Kristen.
So I hope that answers your question there, Lori. So, all right. I think, great. If John's willing to come back and join us again, maybe he can coordinate schedule with Steven. You know when things are happening, he can figure it out from there. And we can have him back another time. So thank you guys for being on tonight. Is it called Sandblasted? I guess, that's...
Sand carved, yes.
Yeah. That's kind of the layman's term for and generally anything. Like they sandblast car parts.
Right.
And stuff. But similar, but more in the art form of that. So, all right. Sounds good, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week. And have a great, happy Easter weekend.
Yeah. Happy
Thank
Easter.
you, Kristen.
Bye.
The ring just went off.